Good morning. And there's a blank screen, is there not? Oh dear, it's been one of those mornings. Staffing problems are the main issue. The staff is actually in the building today, and unfortunately, just too demanding. Just too demanding. I can't be doing with it when I'm trying to do my craft, can I? But nevertheless, I've got a nice little card to show you today, and I'm going to be using, and now this looks the grottiest stamp ever because I haven't got the proper packaging for it, but this is one of the stamp and die sets from John Lockwood, who launched those yesterday and on Monday, and I'm going to be using the Snowfall one. And there's the beautiful deer one, so hopefully I'll get a chance to use that one soon as well. But for now, it's the snowflake one, and I'm going to go a bit random. I'm going to go blue because I want to go blue, and if I want to go blue, I can go blue. So now let me explain. My lovely whatchamacallit. Now, do you know what? I thought it was all organised. Hold on a second. You know what I'm like, don't you? And you know what I've done now. I have lost. Oh my goodness. You see, I told you I got staffing issues. And now, oh dear. Hold on. I've lost the die. I was so organised. I found the die. All is well. Oh dear, oh dear. If only you knew. If only you knew. Here we are. There's a die that goes with it. And it's so clever. So let's get onto it properly. It's so clever because this die fits over the stamp completely and cuts out these snowflakes as well. So we're going to do a bit of both on this one, just to show you how simple a card can be and yet really show a lot of detail, if you see what I mean. So first of all, I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to take a piece of card. It's half, so it's an A5 piece, just because I can. There's no real size of this one in particular at this moment in time. I'm then going to pop that more or less into the middle, like so. And I'm going to pick that up with my stamping platform. And then I'm going to ink it up. Now I'm just going to check, hopefully there's not any little bits on it. I just want it to be as clean as possible because I've been mucking around, you know. So how are we all anyway? Are we all okay? Looking good. Looking good. Oh, nice to see you here, Jill. You were missed. Do you but know how missed you were the other day? Everybody was asking after you, so it's nice that you are joining us. I'm just going to ink all this up. So the one that I'm using is Versafine Clair in Warm Breeze, one of my favourites. Very often use this one. I'm going to put that straight onto my white piece of card, and I'm just using my eraser over the top on there. So that we've got this lovely image. Just a little bit there. Hold on. So want that little bit. Thank you very much. Missed a little bit there. Thank you very much. That's better. Perfect image now. That's the beauty of a stamping platform, isn't it? So we have got a lovely image there. Now, we're then going to take our die, our matching die, and we're going to position this over them. Now, there is only a one way, and you would be able to see, if I put that on there, that I can't see any snowflakes through it. I can see a word, but I can't see any snowflakes through it. So if I turn it around the other way, I will then be able to get it so that I can see the snowflakes. And they're sort of like a hexagon shape. And if we hover that over the top, oh, caught that. I'm just going to then tape that into position and just run that through. I'll just tape that there and run that through. And that's going to give you some separate snowflakes, which will look rather yummy. So I'm going to put that in my machine, and I'm just going to pop that through. Okay. And you will see that these will cut these out beautifully. Now, the card that I'm doing today, I've heard that the snowflakes will be actually, I thought they weren't going to be in for a couple of weeks, but they're actually coming into me today. So all those people that have already ordered them will be able to have their orders sent out today. So they're all going out today. And if anyone would like them and hasn't got them, I will be putting them back onto the website in the next hour or so, because they are literally due as soon as, you know, we're within an hour of now. We might even get the dreaded, well, not dreaded, the really good knock on the door. So you can see I've now got these holes where these beautiful snowflakes have all cut through. So I've now got some embellishing snowflakes there. I'm then going to take a piece of glitter card, be prepared, because I'm going to cut out a piece and that is going to go behind my piece of card there, so that you will be able to see some beautiful glistening snowflakes coming through. Okay, so I'm just going to trim a piece from there, and I'm trimming it so that it is roughly say 14 centimeters. Trim a bit off because I don't need all of that. So that will go underneath there. Okay, so I can I think I'm going to trim that down in a minute, so we'll do that in a second. So that's going to be all ready to go like that, and then from my plate, using just my plate, I'm also going to cut out some snowflakes from my glitter card. So this is the Air Force, sorry, the blue one, comes with Air Force blue and this blue, I can't remember what it's called. Very pretty though, love it. So I'm just going to run just the snowflakes through this time. And the beauty of the card is that although it's got this beautiful glitter to it, I've not got any glitter. It doesn't shed. And when it says it doesn't shed, it really means it. Whereas sometimes in the past I've bought glitters that it says it's not going to shed, and then it does, and it fibs. So hold on a second, I'm just going to, I think it has all come through, but I just want to put my shim. I like using a metal shim with these thicker cards just to be on the safe side. I think it did all come out, but I just want to be sure. So just cut these out. Okay, and just pop them out of here. And we have now got glittery snowflakes as well. Oh, look at that. Pretty as that. I mean, when they're glittery like this, you really don't need any more of the detail in there, I don't think. I think it's really lovely because you've got all of that glitter, and I'm going to actually incorporate these with it, which will look, I think, quite nice. So Jill's had a fall. Oh, that's not good. I didn't realise that, Jill. We don't want to hear of our peoples being poorly, do we? Hey? That's no good. With the all of the bits that I'm going to do today, I will put them on the website. So do not panic over that, because I know that the snowflakes sold out very quickly. But as I said, I have got some more of them coming. Now, I want to make a frame. I want to use the same colourways, but not so much glitter. So I'm going for the satin card. This is the Air Force blue, which is in this beautiful blue like that, but it's also the glossy one is like a brighter blue. And I'm using a piece of white card as well. And because we've got a rectangular shape here, I'm going to cut out a rectangle frame. So I'm going to put all my elements over here so that they're all going to go together very, very shortly. So let's cut out our frame. So I'm using the nested rectangles from Presscuts, and I am using them in 2 different sizes, or 4 different sizes altogether, because I want to have a sneaky little bit of a frame showing through. Okay, so my first piece of my frame, my largest piece, is going to be oh, I can't decide, hold on. My largest piece is going to be my blue. I nearly did it the other way around. I'm going to do it this way around. So my largest piece is going to be my blue. So I want to take my largest die, and I'm going to pop that into the center of my piece here, and I'm just going to simply cut that out. So the beauty of the nesting dies is that you can do these frames without having to think too much. All you need to do is decide which is your biggest die and which is your smallest, and then you're away. So with my largest die that I want to use, I'm going to pop that into my machine and cut that through. And then I will take my next size down from that largest die that I want to use, and I'm going to cut that out of my white card, because that's going to be what my frame is the other way round. So just take this off. So there's my largest. It isn't the largest die in the set, it's the largest die that I wanted to use. Okay. So the next size down from that, I'm going to cut in white. And as always, because it is a large die, I'm putting it onto my piece of card slightly at one angle. We might think that we could possibly save card if I did it round that way and put the die here. But in actual fact, I found that that doesn't work so well for me because it's not got as much cutting area. If you put it on at a slightly angle, it does seem to do the trick. So just running that one through. Okay, now I've got my next 2 sizes, and I'll just show you in a second how I put them together. So pop that to one side. So you now find that if I put these two pieces of card together, I would have that ordinarily, I'd have that lovely border around the outside without having to cut it, measure it, anything. So that's the beauty, oh, excuse me, of nesting dies. So I now then need to work out from my dies which one that I want to be the smallest. So I take my pattern, whatever one it is. In this case, it's this one. And I'm going to take my smallest die so that we can see that that fits over the edge nicely. Okay, so I don't want it so small in this case. I want to be able to see that it's all okay. Yeah, that'll look nice. That will look nice. I have to think on my feet as well, you know. So this is the smallest one. So I'm going to take my largest piece, because this is the piece, the largest and the smallest die go together, and I'm going to position this with a bit of eyeballing. I could line it up, but I think I'm okay. Just pop a little bit of tape down on there to hold that into position. So any of our frames are all made in the same way, whether they be square or rectangle, they're all made in the same way. And I want that little bit to be poking out. I want it to be a double frame. Okay. So this is going to be my actual framed piece. And then we've got that piece there that we could use for something else. And then the next one up from that is this. And we're going to simply pop that down down to there. Done it the wrong way round. Did that the wrong way round, didn't I? Oh, I'm having one of those days. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it that way. Taped it into position. That's not right, is it? What am I doing? Why am I doing it wrong, folks? Goodness knows. I don't know how I messed that up. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. So this is not the way to do it. Can we sort of edit this one so that it just looks as if I'm just so good at this instead? Because this is going to look not good now. Oh, I don't like it not looking good. This might not look any good at all now. Dear, oh dear. I don't know. What are we going to do with me, eh? Who knows? This might work, this might not. Who knows on this one? If it does, it's through blinking luck. It's through the fact that I've done it so many times, I almost know how to do it. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't know what I did wrong there. Well, I didn't line it up properly. Oh, well, whatever. We've got a frame, haven't we? So our beautiful frame is now going to go on there like that. I'm going to have, I don't know whether there'll be a slightly better way. Yeah. Oh, there you are. You live and learn. There is a slightly better way. So I'm just going to, that was by luck rather than judgment though, was it not? So this one, this workshop live should be to show you how you should not do things. Yeah? How to get over your mistakes. And as I've got some ink on there, there'll be another version in a minute of how to cover up the ink. Okay, we've got our lovely frame. Well, that's good. That is good. I'm going to put some tape on the back of it. I'm going to use 3mm tape because I want it to sit up quite proud. So I'm going to put a nice lot of tape on the back here. And I'm actually going to be using card blank, which is 10 by 7 inches. So it's a sort of like a newish size within the last year or so. And I've used it because I do like to make quite big cards in general. So I've used it a fair bit. I'm actually going to go for a deeper frame than this. So I'm going to put a second layer on. And I found that some of the larger dies, so we were saying, I know that Nicola's not here today, but we were saying that some of the dies that come out, like the loophole frames, the large loophole frame that I did a card a month or so ago from the card kit, and Carol from Norway, she did a beautiful version of it just a couple of days ago. They actually fit really nicely onto a 10 by 7 card blank. And so that is what I'm using as this one as well, because I didn't want to compromise on the size of the card, because it's thick and it's going to go into a large letter envelope anyway. So, you know, we didn't want to change that. Now, coming over with my piece here, I need to make sure that I'm going to chop, but I'm not going to see this piece. So I just need to chop a bit off just randomly. Don't need if I need to go any of the width. No, I'm okay. I need to go a bit at the top. So this is going to go straight onto my card front, so it doesn't really matter. I personally prefer to chop it down before I put it on rather than cut into it. But if you have have stuck it on and you then realise that there's bits showing, you can just undercut it. Just get your pair of scissors and undercut if that's what you've done. But I'm okay there. So my card blank, this is my 10 by 7, so that you can see it gives me a nice big border, and yet I can still, because a lot of crafting people like myself make card blanks so that they are just a card front, I should say. Yeah. But I know that most of you prefer to actually make a card. And so we need to have card sizes that fit. So this one is a 10 by 7, and I will be able to do that. There will be some of them on the website as well. So they are coming in too. So let us get this bit stuck together. I'm glad you still love me, even though I make mistakes. So let us just trim a little bit more off of here. And I will stick my beautiful glitter onto there. So I'm going to put some glue into the back of here. I'm going to make sure that I get in between my snowflakes so that I get the glue really stick so that we can see the glitter from behind it. So I'm just going to pop that into position so that that is covered, but showing all those beautiful glittery snowflakes from behind. I think it's really pretty. Now we need to, I think I'll do it that way around. So I'm going to take my sticky off of here. So as I said, I've got 3mm, but I've also made it into 6mm. So a really, really deep frame, like so. Then I'm going to hover that over the top so that that is as central as I can, having messed up so many things today. Like so, and then with some glue onto the back of here, I can then put that straight onto my card front over here, and then even that up. So with the 10 by 7, I can trim it down obviously a little bit if I need to, but I've decided not to in this particular case here. So that goes our lovely glittery frontage there. Now I'm just got to do a little bit more decoration, and there's two things that I want to do. From one of last year's box kits, the Christmas last year box kit, I have got these sentiments, the John Next Door one I should have said, with some snowflakes and bits and pieces, but this is the one I want that says "Let It Snow." So I'm just going to grab a piece of the spare card that I cut my shape out there from, and I'm going to stamp onto there. I use one of my blocks, I think, and I'm going to stamp with the same Versafine Clair Warm Breeze. I'm going to stamp a piece of that so that it says "Let It Snow." So it says "Let It Snow" there anyway, but I want to bring this up a bit more. I'm just going to see if that works. Don't like that one quite so much, going to be fussy. That's better. That's better. So I'm then going to get my trimmer, and I'm just going to trim that down a little bit. And again, no rhyme or reason. Just going to, no measurements, I should say, not rhyme nor reason. Just going to trim that so that that is a sentiment that can go on there. That doesn't seem quite straight to me, so let me just get that straight. Straighter. Just lining it up on there. Oh, I can't talk at the same time as trying to get it straight. That's better. That's better. Because I want that to come along the centre there so that we can see but that says Let It Snow. I'm going to pop a bit of foam onto the back of that to bring that up. Just one piece this time, so that's just one lot of 3mm. And not that it's hiding it, but I want it to go over the Let It Snow here. So that's going to go into the centre bit there. And then I'm going to take my snowflakes. Now, some of them I'm going to make into double snowflakes. So these are all the glittered ones. And I'm going to take my ones that I cut out from my pattern, and I'm going to sort of pop that so that that's a double one. So I've moved it round slightly so that the larger branches are over the smaller branches. So they're going to go like that, but I've still got that beautiful bit of glitter showing through the back. And I think that looks quite nice. Now, when you are sticking onto glitter, you are going to have to be just a tad more patient because it doesn't want to stay straight away. You might be better off if you have glue glaze to use the glue glaze. Okay, so I'm going to do that with a couple of these. So I'm going to do that with some of the big ones. And then I will use some of the plain glitter, just offsetting that again so that the larger branches, do you call it branches of a snowflake? I don't know. Loving the colour of your ink pad. Yeah, it's warm breeze, not cool, warm breeze. Now, you may recall that I made a mess, surprise, surprise. And so my mess can be covered up by some of my snowflakes that are randomly going along here. I'm just going to fit some other. So that's an ideal one there. In some of these little ones as well. So just going around and just filling in along the edges. So you could do them just in one corner, you know, so that they're just in the one corner. Might do that. Might well do that. We could do them so that they're just like that. Oh yeah, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? One down the bottom. And then could use those two little ones there. What do you think? I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it? But you can go mad with it. You can go all over, but I think we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. So need to move that one so that it's in position to cover my mess, obviously. Oh my goodness. Perhaps it's time to give up, eh? Keep making blooming mistakes. Can't be doing with making mistakes. So a little bit of glue to stick all of your lovely snowflakes in. It would look different if you did it with different colours. I've also done this one in red and I've done it in black, but I just liked the blue. I like a little bit of bling. But yeah, you think that looks better, Linda? Thank you. I think it looks better on opposite corners as well. Yeah, rather than just all random. But as you can see, one stamp, one die, all comes together as a one package. And you can, I mean, it's beautiful foiled if you have got the Kaleido, but it's also just as good if you're just stamping it out. You do need to make sure if you're stamping it out that you have got a fine ink pad. So something like Versafine, this one's Versafine Clair, so this is a pigment one, so I could actually emboss that as well. But some of the, shall we say, cheaper versions of pigment inks and things, their pads are much more spongy. If you look at the pad on here, it's like a solid, I don't know if you can see that, a solid sort of a pad, and that's what you need to be able to pick up all of the detail that's actually in the stamp. If you've got a stamping platform like I did, it's even better, because then if it doesn't come out in the odd place or two, which as you could see mine didn't, there was a little gap down here and whatever, you can always just push a bit further in there and find that it comes out fine. I will put them on the website. I will put the 10x7 card blanks on the website as well. And I think I'll go down and lie in a darkened corner for a little while. Before, I've got a lovely workshop this afternoon with some of my ladies, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. And I do hope that I'll be a bit better by then. Well, you never know, do you? Not that I'm not well. It's just that I'm, don't know, on a different planet, aren't I? So, for those ladies who's got to put up with me this afternoon, I'm sorry in advance, but I do look forward to seeing you later. I will be back on Sunday this week with you all at YouTube on Sunday the 1st of August, where we'll be launching the August card kit, which is a bit of a special one because you are going to get a kit that will make 5 cards. So it's quite a super duper one. So I'm looking forward to showing you that. Yes, the 10x7 does come with the envelopes. Yeah. So yeah, you get 10x7 cards and 10x7 envelopes with them as well. I do need to, oh, can I just tell you, have you tried, I've just seen that Linda has suggested that I have a big cream cake and a coffee. Well, I think it might be the fact that I'm having withdrawal symptoms, because yesterday I indulged again with the Marks and Spencers, and it's called the best ever chocolate eclair. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it is the best ever. So perhaps that's why it is. Either it's because I haven't got another one, or it's because I'm still living on that one. I don't know. I'm going. I'm going. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to me blethering on. We all make mistakes, but it's come out all right in the end. So there you go. It can be done. Take care, everyone, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.